Well, good morning, everybody. This is my Sunday morning walkabout. That kind of let you know what's happened over the last week here. And of course, that means I gotta head down to the pig house here because, of course, the biggest event of the week was the birth of 11 piglets. Since that time, we've lost some, which is fairly common. And of course, Beth is down here.
Good morning.
And here they are. Let's see if I can move some stuff here. And we got 8 left.
2, 4, 6.
8?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're busy feeding. And Mom was having a rough time even being able to stand up, but we finally got her to stand up yesterday. So, but close to 14 hours of labor with her little ones and that. That's
the one that I keep on feeding.
Yeah, looking good. And you generally, like I said, it's not uncommon to lose some, especially now with the nights are so cold and the difference in temperature between the day and the night, and it's why we've created this extra little buffer for them. And throw some rice hay in there and that to keep them. Yep.
So full.
Yep. And Beth feeds them and gets them all fed, and yeah.
It's full. Okay, go back room.
Yep. So yeah, this was a big event of the week.
They're getting heavy.
They're looking so good. Yep. And takes a lot of work. And boy, Beth has been so good at not getting a lot of sleep lately.
That's okay.
And that's kind of what you want to do if you want them to survive, because if you don't, there are some here that
You won't survive.
yeah, they just won't survive, that have had a lot of piglets, 8 to 10, and they wind up with 1 or 2 at the end. So it's so important to take care of them, and as you can see, the sun is just coming up over the trees here. And of course, the other big thing here that we accomplished this last week and was picking up more rice hay. Another few loads here, and we stand at 42. Oh boy, got that cough again. We stand at 42. And I think I'm going to kind of call her quits there. It's pretty well done. There's some older piles there in Taliban, but I think this should do us. And of course, Doro cut up a bunch and Andoy bagged it up here yesterday. And this will last us quite a long time. Like I said, when we clean the pig pens, I like to throw that on top and then throw some of the cut rice hay and of course some dried leaves on top of that. So this should last us well into the summer here, June or July. It'll be pretty well dried out by then, and we'll get some mold forming in it, I'm sure, down in the piles there. So as we cut it up, we turn it and dry it out. So to more or less get rid of that. And like I said, you can see the sun coming up here. That was basically our big things during this last week. And of course, we continue to straighten up the compost rows. The mango trees continue to start flowering out, and of course you can see right here the mangoes starting to grow on some of these. Yep. And wow, a lot of growth here the last few days. A lot of growth. I really don't see much in the mangoes. All these trees are so different. They've got their own cycle that they go through. And their growth cycles, but you can see it now just basically taking off again, as you can see right here. And of course up at the top there, how they take off, where how I trimmed them back, and of course out of all that will come the new shoots and the new mangoes for this time round. And then the tree right next to it, so slow. Finally getting some growth here of the mangoes, but slow. Each in its own time and its own place does what it needs to do. And finally this tree here is beginning to come out. As you can see here, with the new growth coming out right where I trimmed it back and pruned it. That's the way things go here. Like I said, each individual tree, according to its own ways and means and everything else, and according to its own time, does its own thing. And this has sprouted a lot of new growth. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I love watching all this. Basically because none of this exists in the States, with the mango trees and the banana trees, and it's just so nice to keep up with the growth here. And of course, look at the mangoes here. Wow, so much growth. I'm going to kind of take a little bit of a walk through here. So much new growth, but no flowering yet. Yeah, each according to its time and to its place. Of course, I try to keep track of all this as I walk around here. And of course, I finished this last week too, digging up the rows here. And as you can see, all the neighbor chickens there. Yeah, they all come over and feed in Phil and Beth's garden and farm, I'll tell you. And they pretty well upset my compost rows and dig through them and spread it out all over the place. And I've realized that all along, that I'm feeding all the neighbors' chickens. And of course we'll take a look here too at at the mango trees in front here. So that's kind of about it. A little progress on the well this week. We've run into mostly rock, so it's going very, very slowly. And we'll keep at it. We'll keep plugging away at it here. But best things are going smoothly here. My compost rows and this banana field has just been completely decimated by the heat and the warm weather. I don't know what it is. And we're probably going to have to wind up planting new banana trees, dig up the old roots and plant new banana trees here, because like I said, it's been really decimated by that 6 weeks of no rain. And of course now we're looking at, I look at the forecast every morning, and 7 to 10 days, yeah, no rain. So it's coming to, it's returning to the drought, and all the green that you see here that happened because of that 2 days of rain will turn brown once again. So I'm going to head back up to the house. Thanks much for viewing. Everybody have a really great Lord's Day here on Sunday. And I hope that whatever you're working at and whatever you're doing, that in some small measure the Lord is blessing you in that. And with that, I'm going to kind of say goodbye from the back of the camera here. And of course, may God bless every single one of you.